How you doing, Al? BarCast. BarCast. BarCast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone that's out there today. Welcome to the BarCast. It is episode 2 of season 2. Aren't you lucky tonight, indeed? So, obviously, it's myself again, Mark, and my co-host Chris.
Hello
the
there.
Lovely faces of the BarCast. So, the latest I want to know, Chris, is how is the D&D game sessions going?
Well, since the second lockdown, we haven't really been able to play as much, or we haven't played this year at all. We've been keeping it safe, but we did have a good session Halloween time, and obviously Halloween time, it's we weren't in lockdown, but we had a proper Halloween quest for the day. Our wizard was the dungeon master that session instead of our dragonborn ranger. So I'm not going to give you the full thing because otherwise it's like a 3-hour story and we don't have time for that. But I can, break it down. Basically, from the previous part of the story, we headed south down a track, and we, if my memory's correct, because this was 5-6 months ago now, so my memory might be a bit foggy. Maybe 4 months. It doesn't matter. So yeah, we were heading south, and we ran into a fog. As we travelled down through the fog, we eventually found an inn. The inn was, quite run down. It's kind of dingy. We spoke to like the owner, and it was just like, yeah, we're having a bit of problem around. There's this monster that's, going about. This fog has been here for friggin' ages. Things ain't great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but it's fine. Okay, we're gonna stay the night here. It's fine. We'll, go. Someone busts through the door at that moment. They've lost their party. They've lost their friends. They've been attacked. And being the party we are, we go. We'll help you. It's fine.
Oh no.
And we, first of all, we investigate. And we go to the church. Nothing's really there. So then we go, okay, we go to the guy that joined us. Okay, do you know what attacked you? Do you know what did this? We went, okay, we think it was here. So we travel out the area, not too far, probably like a 20-minute walk away, quite close to an opening. I go, ooh, if there is a monster, we could trap it here. So we set up a load of traps. From the previous mission, we've got some bombs. It's going well. We set up some traps. We get some good rolls to set up the bombs. And then we put someone in for a bait.
Oh, who was the unfortunate soul?
If my memory was right, it was Max. It was either Max or the guy. It was one of them two. And basically, we got attacked by a werewolf.
Oh.
Yeah. It's Halloween. There's going to be a werewolf. And basically, we fight this werewolf for a bit, but then it buggers off, and it actually infects one of our teammates. It affects the wizard, so who's actually turns to attack us.
Oh no!
Because they're infected with lycanthropy. So we have to pin them down, and we go back to the little area, the town, the village thing, and get a cure. Luckily, there is a cure we found in the church, where there was a priest who, he had the cure. Unfortunately, he was like a bad priest. He was a corrupt one. He was like a satanic priest.
The Dudley
And
Codes.
he was, he worked with slave traders. And a quick bit of backstory. Max and I have a real grudge against slave traders. It's too much to unpack, but our
Mhm.
backstory is Max was a slave to slave traders, and I was a slave to my parents. Very bad history with slavers, and we have a real grudge against them.
I get
So,
that. Yeah.
Max and I lose our cool a little bit. Like, I grab my hat, we pin him down, try and force him to give us the antidote. He's being a stubborn bastard. He ain't doing it. So I threaten him. I by grabbing my hammer and I smashed the statue on top of him.
Oh.
Like he was like, say he sat down
Yeah.
and at the back of the chair there was an altar with a statue on top of it. I smashed that. Scare him a bit, intimidation.
Hmm.
That doesn't work. Even though a good roll, that doesn't work. So Callum threatens him,
Mhm.
and he budges. He gives us th- 2 or 3 vials of the cure,
Okay.
which is great.
Hmm.
Max goes, for being not the most cooperative, Max, goes to stab him in the knee, teach him a lesson. Unfortunately, Max rolled a crit roll, stabbed him through a vital artery, and the guy bled to death.
Hey, gets rid of
So,
one problem.
yeah, I was upset though because I didn't get to hurt him myself.
You dropped a statue at the end of the day. That's not bad.
Exactly. But we had the cure. We gave it to our wizard, and went. And then what we realised was the fog lifted. This priest had the fog on the area. I'm
Oh.
like, great. We should. So we go back and he goes, well, we can't leave the lycanthrope here. We have to deal with it.
Hmm.
So we go out, full party. We've got we got an extra cure on us just in case, and we trap it again in a pitfall trap.
Mhm.
Uh, again with live bait, but instead I think Max was the live bait again this time because Max was the quickest out of us.
Oh,
We've
fair.
also got the highest like agility and acrobatics, so he could get out easier.
I
And
see.
basically, we kept every time this werewolf got out of the thing to attack
Hmm.
us, we knocked it back in and it took full
Hmm.
damage. It just kept falling in this hole. So we killed it, and then this random guy attacked us. It's really. It turns out the guy who burst into the pub initially, that was his mate.
Oh.
He was attacking us. So we are like, great, we got a spare cure. We cured his mate, took him back to the village. The bartender was very unpleasant for no reason. So Callum, being the 7 foot dragonborn he is, picked him up and went, "Shut up, mate. We just did you a solid. You could at least get us some food and drink,
Hmm.
and a couple of houses. Not a couple of houses, a couple of rooms for us to sleep the night.
Because they've got a house. That's pretty good going.
Yeah. But treat us with a bit of respect, man. We did
Hmm.
you a solid." I think I think our Dragon Ball guy was actually really happy because normally when you're the DM, you don't get to interact as a player too much. You're always the NPC.
Mhm.
So I think he was quite happy to be a player, a PC instead of an NPC for a change.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, and we've done a couple of other things since,
Hmm.
but that was the major bit.
That's not bad. Not bad indeed.
Yeah,
Kill a werewolf. Halloween season. I mean, it's a
exactly.
shame you didn't have any silver on you. Would have been
Ah,
easier.
no, we didn't. We just had to beat him good old fashioned way, smacking with hammers, shooting with arrows, and stabbing him with knives.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
normal day in paradise.
yeah. I also viciously mocked it because it's the only way I can attack it from any range.
So you just like being like, how you smell, you're down there. Oh, you gotta
Oh,
get him.
werewolf, you look more like a chihuahua to me.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
That sort of thing. Viciously
Hmm.
mocked it from a distance because I am a 4'8" dwarf.
I'll tell you what, it's a thing because it's like it's a good thing it didn't have rage and got more angry and it could burst through.
Thankfully not, but then again, it was probably only like level 4 or 5. It was probably only around our level. Otherwise, it would have been a real tricky thing.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if I ever become a dungeon master, which I thought about at one point, I would so play where if anyone heckles the creature, it would like get stronger.
Yeah, but you have to think it. Being a DM looks like so much work. I do
Mm.
not envy Callum at all.
Thing is, I think as long as you can get the main rules down, and if you are following the book, it is when you want to make your own, and that's tricky. As long as you're good at storytelling and it makes sense,
Oh yeah,
anything.
yeah. His story makes loads of sense.
Mm,
And he's doing pretty well, and he's putting the voices on the characters, and
mm,
he's doing all the fun stuff. Oh, there's another tidbit. There was a thing from the story after we went to a town,
mm,
and the potion brewers,
mm.
they had like a little secret place they could go to get special things for
Oh,
the
okay.
potions and medicines,
Mm-hmm.
but there was people disappearing,
Ooh.
so it was like a secret passageway. So this guy led us there, and he found us our special door to find this
Mm-hmm.
tunnel. And
Secret
so we
tunnel.
secret tunnel. Anyway, we go in, two phase spiders.
Mm.
Now I nearly died. Like,
Spiders.
yeah, two phase spiders. They could teleport in an hour, and oh, like I like, but they only seem to be attacking me,
Hmm.
which was really unfortunate. Thankfully, I'm the tank, so I can take a hit. Like I got the
Hmm.
most HP, but yeesh, I but I got both the kills.
Nice.
Yeah, squashed them with my hammer,
Ah, that's the way to
and
do
we
it.
got some like magic potions, so we could like teleport ourselves into the Feywild and teleport back. Or
Mm.
if we got a really big bad evil guy, because I haven't used any, I could shove a vial in his throat, teleport him there, and he's got no way back.
Oh.
So I'm gonna keep them in case of special emergencies.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good move, actually.
Exactly.
Mm.
They're in my inventory list, so if the DM says anything, I went, well, it's on my list, and you said I could have them.
I was to say, yeah, if you've got the power,
And he
got to
said,
make it
he
easy.
said
No
as long
point
as he
saving it.
he's gonna have to do like a bit of a recap for us because it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like it's not gonna be till like June before we can play together again.
Yeah, you would need a
So we're
refresh
gonna
on
have
kind of
like a
where you
proper
are.
recap, and he says anything you need to say, you have to say it now because if you say it in 2 months or 3 sessions time or whatever, sorry, you didn't say it at
Mm.
the time. It doesn't count.
That's fair. That's fair. A recap, it's helpful because you do know where you are, and it's a brilliant way to resume your progress and to find out what stock you got, so you know what your adventurers have.
Exactly. So it'll be a good way to like reset and we can. So this is gonna be the last D&D session I'm gonna be able to give probably till like the second half of this season.
That's fair. That is fair.
But those are the two good bits I've had, like the best
Mm.
bits. I mean, it's always been good, but those are the
Oh
two
yeah.
best bits. But yeah, that was a D&D update.
So, obviously, speaking of which, of the D&D being postponed for a while due to lockdown, the latest news coming in about the COVID lockdown situation for March. It's not bad,
Yeah,
is it, Chris?
well, it's a sigh of relief because it looks like
Mm.
things are starting to take a step in the right direction. Like the
Yeah.
vaccines are coming in. Like I know a couple of our friends who are getting their vaccines this week
Ah.
or had them this week. Past tense, come on. Like Max had his on Tuesday, I believe.
Ah.
So, schools and
Yeah.
carers and all that sort of thing.
Mm.
But yeah, you got March 8th, schools open, outdoor after school sports allowed, which is good. Get
Mm.
some different recreational things for the kids to do. Two
Yeah.
people are allowed to sit together outdoors. I can see you again.
You can indeed. The
It has
brotherhood shall
been
unite.
5 months. I haven't seen you since Halloween.
It's insane.
Like, I'm still not gonna give you a bear hug yet.
No, we still have to
But
be. We can meet, but obviously
we
we
can
can't
meet,
necessarily.
but you just got to be clever about it.
Yeah.
Then, then the next step
Hmm.
is 3 weeks later, and that's obviously if people take this first step seriously. I mean,
Yeah.
don't go overboard, people. I
No,
know
please
it's
don't.
really tempting to. I'm literally only going to see Mark, and that's outdoors, and that's going to be about it.
Yeah.
But then on March 29th, 6 people or 2 households allowed to meet outdoors, which
Ooh.
means 6 people, the lads, the
Yes.
boys.
I might as well go for a few hikes and that.
Exactly. Walk
Hmm.
around the local area.
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Outdoor sports facilities open.
Okay.
Nice. And travel outside the local area.
Hmm.
Great. That'd be wonderful. Just a bit more freedom.
Yeah. As you
Yeah.
said, as long as people are following and don't take the mick. I mean, you know what's going to happen. There are going to be cases. Unfortunately, there will be because you know it's going to happen.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
But
But we just keep it to a bare minimum, people, please. That's all we ask.
But the thing is, though, what they need to remember is doesn't mean the fines are going away.
No.
And the latest increase of like people traveling in, obviously, because I work at sea, I have to fill in a form each time I come back into the country. Uh, but it's like if your failure to do, or like say you lie, if you've come from a red country and that, you get the risk of jail time and potentially a fine of like 10 grand.
Exactly.
So
It's
if you think
serious
that,
business.
yeah, and if you think if that's what the
And the
fines
worst
are,
thing is, it's not even the jail or the fine. I mean, they're bad, but the worst thing is, you could affect someone's life in a very, very negative way.
oh, 100%. And the thing is, nobody wants that guilt because that
No,
won't go away.
like
Not at
I've been sensible for the past 11 months,
all. Mm.
and I will continue to be sensible until there is no longer any need to be.
Yeah, better to follow the situation go out. I mean, if you look at like New Zealand, for example.
Isle of Wight,
Mm. Oh yeah, Isle of Wight being local.
Isle of
Yeah,
Wight's COVID free,
yeah. And if you
or
think
was
if things
COVID
are going
free.
back to
No, it
normal,
was COVID free, but a builder went over on a jet ski
oh no,
who had COVID.
no,
Yeah, because he wants to see his girlfriend.
oh no.
Moron. But yeah, New Zealand.
Most has gone back to normal over
Yeah,
there. Obviously, they did do a travel ban at one point.
yeah. Well,
I think like a couple of days.
that's only because a Brit went over with it.
Yeah, but there was another time like they thought, but they've got a good hold of it. Hopefully, if we go on the right track, we should bounce back. I mean, the trade that I'm in, it's so weird not receiving as much traffic as we used to. Not saying like the usual lot's not going by, but obviously when I've worked with tourists, the trade still, I primarily be working with freight for now, but the tourist market, the day that that hits back, it's going to hit heavy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I will be training people in ways because obviously if everyone starts coming back to work and it's like, you've been obviously furloughed for most of, I think it's a year now almost.
It's 11 months.
Yeah,
March 23rd last year.
yeah. So I'll be hopefully updating more of our stuff when they come in. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. The big step for me will be the one in April. Non essential retail and personal care to open.
Mm.
Now, that's important for a couple of reasons. One, I am running out of pairs of jeans where I've ripped a couple of pairs and I've shrunk out
Mm.
of a couple. I've got like 2 pairs left.
Oh no.
On personal care, great. I can get a haircut.
Yeah, I went for another cut and just cut all mine off.
I don't trust myself, so I last had a cut at like the start of August.
Ah, yeah.
and I didn't even cut it down to as short as it normally goes.
Hmm.
And then I've got this mop to deal with, and it's it's quite warm. I mean, it's fine for winter because it's keeping my head warm.
Hmm.
But
But now that is getting
but
warmer.
spring, summer when it warms up, no.
Oh, I can't wait. Because I think now I'm going to go where I'm going to get my sides down to a zero. Have the top bit, but the sides be the zero. So it's going to be mainly, I have the beard, my beard, and obviously the head of my hair on top, but the sides, it's almost going to be bare.
I I quite like having a bit more hair on on my head than you do.
Mm.
I've done the really short hair, and I don't like it on me. But
I think I'll grow the top bit so I can do like I can sling it back or have it up. It's just the sides I'm gonna have completely gone because it puffs up a hell of a lot and it grows ridiculously quick on the sides.
yeah,
And
because
with the head shape, I think I prefer having it off.
yeah, you got a better head shape for a grade
Mm.
0. And then hospitality outdoors opens, so beer
Mm.
gardens.
I I don't think I'll be necessarily rushing back to.
No, I don't see me going to a pub for a while yet. Uh,
No, I'm not entirely
Indoor
excited.
leisure, and swimming pools, and self-contained holidays. So that would be in April.
I wonder what they mean by self-contained.
Um, Bed
Is it
and
the big?
breakfast
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
self-catering.
Makes sense.
Like where Butlins have like the camper vans. You can
Yeah.
probably those sort of things.
Yeah, because I mean that's the what. Oh god, that is the one thing. All the holiday companies they've been so affected.
And then step 3, outdoors. This is in middle of May. So
Mm-hmm.
outdoors, most social contact rules lifted. 6 people can meet indoors.
Oh,
Indoor hospitality and hotels open. So
interesting.
by May, pubs should be working again, which it's not so I can go to drink in a pub, but it's better for like the people at my work. We
Yeah.
can, we can start taking the staff off furlough because they'll have stuff to do again.
Hmm.
And then,
Yeah, that will be quite good because obviously, and the other thing as well, places need to start getting trade back. And the other thing is it's kind of good that holidays are pushed back because now that we have entered the Brexit stage, there are the decisions of like what part what travel documentations you will now need for like traveling Europe. Because before we could just go over with your passport and that, but now you don't know. You might need a visa. You might need for like driving out there. You might have to carry additional paperwork because
it'll
it.
probably be like trying to get to America.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what if you're comfortable with the groundwork, it's fine.
Mm,
But obviously, the spontaneous holiday maker might then find it's not so good. But it could be an increase in domestic travel.
exactly, which will do the local economy some good.
Hmm.
But the final step is for, at the moment, June 21st. All legal limits on social contact removed, which means on June 21st, you
Hmm.
better not be working
I don't
because I
know
will be rugby tackling you.
because it depends on obviously what happens with our ships at the moment. Depending on what we do, could change. Could be that I spend most of my life at sea.
Better not. I'm not working it out.
No,
Ah,
I'll look it up.
you get off the boats that week.
Nice.
You get off the boats on the 23rd, so that's good.
Touch wood. There's no
Touch,
cases where I
touch
get knocked
wood.
off the ship.
So knock on wood by end of June,
Hmm.
the my loneliness won't be killing me.
So that would lift the just before the summer
Just
holidays.
yeah. Schools will be ending 3 weeks later for the academic year, and then it'll be school
Hmm.
holidays
God damn.
a month before. That's what's outlined, but obviously
as
People
long as
have to
people.
be sensible for
Hmm.
the next 4 months, and vaccines need to go through. And obviously, it's down to this bloody virus if the variations, if
Hmm.
they're good or not. I mean, if the variations, actually don't work with the vaccine, we're good.
Hmm.
They do work against the vaccine, we're screwed, and it'll be lockdown 4.
Oh God, yeah.
Lock the door.
Hold the door. Hold.
Hold on. But yeah, I pray to God things start smoothing them out because, as I literally just said, my loneliness is killing me, and
Hmm.
I know it's affecting a lot of other people.
Oh God, yeah. No, there's so many. I mean, for me, where I work with people, I obviously social distance and everything, but I still see people, so I'm still talking business and stuff. So for me, not much has changed, but for yourself and many others that I know, it's massively reduced. I mean, anyone that's very social out there is going to struggle.
Mm. Like the introverts have had a whale of a time,
Oh yeah.
but the extroverts have struggled. But hey ho, that's just what the past year's been like, and it happens.
Hmm.
I'm saying it happens so casually, but after 14 months, no, 11 months. Where did 14 come from? After 11 months of it just feels like it's normal now.
Yeah.
Like, I think like even into like next year, because it's come such a habit. I'm just gonna be like phone, keys, wallet, face mask.
To be honest though, I can't see the mask thing necessarily ending because I mean, like in Japan culture, you
Yeah,
see a
but
lot.
Japanese culture isn't because of disease; it's because of dirty air.
But what I'm thinking is, whereas you normally see it and it was natural out there, you might see it more in areas now where people have been so used to wearing a mask that it's habit. It
Mm.
just sticks with people, and it's not
Yeah.
necessarily a bad thing. It
No,
would just be if you might see more people wearing masks more often than what they used to.
exactly. Well, definitely, because you can tell the people that never wore masks
Hmm.
because they still don't wear them.
I know. I've got to reinforce the rules when I'm at sea. So when we got people coming on, I'll be there making sure everyone's following the lines. It's not like I want to get off another test of COVID.
No, you don't want to do that again.
Mm, it's not fun. It's not
No,
fun at
it's
all. And
not.
it's trying to get food after when you're like locked down because you can't go home shopping. You have to do it online and it's interesting.
But yeah. If you like our content, please consider supporting us on Ko-fi.
Right,
Go.
folks, to a new project that me and Chris and our group of gents worked on. We have built an arena, not in real life.
No,
Don't get too excited. We're not fighting just yet.
no. Yeah, social distance.
We've built one in our Minecraft realm, which there will be a clip on our YouTube in the future. We're still working on a few tweaks at the moment, but
Yeah,
we had a ball of a time making it. It was fun, it was chaotic, many people died. I got killed for doing nothing bad just at the start, just because I don't know why.
I wanted your head.
Yes, I got decapitated just to fit the arena.
Yeah, aesthetic reasons. For
But it was good
context, we
fun.
have a resource pack on our server,
Hmm.
which is if you if you get killed by another player, you drop your head as like a trophy.
Basically, like the Predator, collecting the skulls at the end.
And I'm a bit of a killer. I like just randomly killing Mark.
If he was a bounty hunter, he would be a headhunter for sure.
Oh, for sure. Especially with my knockback sword.
Oh,
It,
and you just fly in. You're like a banshee, I guess. So you just
it's
come
great.
flying in, and you don't know if you got hit or not. And the thing is, you could be wearing armor, and it could just be like one hit takes you down where you've got 2 hearts left,
Then the
and you
second hit
don't know what's hit you.
giggles.
And if it's at night and we've put trees everywhere, you don't know if it's a skeleton thing going to one shot you because they can. Oh, but no, going back,
We're going back. So yeah,
we
basically, last weekend it was basically the weekend that marks not working. We have an online session on Discord between myself, Max, Scott, and Mark. We have a group call, and last weekend we decided we were going to build this arena. So we started at 7 and we finished about midnight. We did the stands, we did the wall, we built the shape. Mark built a mob spawn area.
yeah.
And then on the Sunday morning, during my stream, we did the floor and we added some more details.
Oh, and it's looking good.
It's,
Really
it's looking really, and we've added a couple of like personalized rooms
is.
for like, and there's some more detail we want to put in, which we'll probably do together on the next lads' night. I would have thought,
Yeah.
and what we're going to do is I'm going to take the footage from the 2 lads' nights and the stream, and we're going to make a video, and that's going to be out uh, probably during my work week off in a couple of weeks' time when I've got time to edit it.
Yeah, and we had it was fun. I mean, what we decided is we had to first terraform, make a nice flat foundation.
Yeah, we flattened a small mountain.
Oh god, yeah.
Then
it was fun.
Smoothed it out, and we used a few shulker boxes worth of sand and prismarine and wood. Like we had to grow like trees just for it.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we were just
luckily.
like, oh, we want spruce wood. What have we got near us? Birch and dark oak and jungle. Like we don't know. We want spruce wood, so we had to get some spruce saplings and plant some spruce trees. And these boys.
We'll never make it easy for ourselves.
Oh no, but anyway, we built this, and it does look brilliant.
Oh, it does. And the thing is, this wasn't like we had the idea of building the arena, but we never agreed on a plan beforehand or what resources we were going to use. We all decided this when we all met up because it's better almost on the spot to come up with a plan of what you want for an arena. Yeah. We knew the size. Yeah. We just wanted everyone's opinion at the same time.
Exactly. And we just did what happens? Sorry, my brain's just gone numb.
Oh, go on. But so what we did is me and Chris met up early. Chris found a prime site that wasn't too far from Scott's base, but it was just a perfect terrain. And what we agreed is we'd rather have a place that's near everybody, roughly on the server, so everyone can find it and get to it. Luckily, as it's by Scott's base, we've got a portal that we can easily find and get to, and it's only like maybe 2-minute, 3-minute walk from that base, and it does stand out. And who knows, we might put more stuff around it or like a pathway leading. But yeah, so we've Scott from Scott's base, not too far. Chris was there first. I met up with him, ran along the trail. I didn't think of using any advanced gear or a horse to get there, so I took quite a while from mine.
Yeah, I was wearing my elytra, and I was just like, oh, if he wore his elytra, we could have been there by now.
Yeah. So we set the ground. Chris made a nice little shelter of mud, just so
I made a mud hut, just so we could sleep.
Yeah,
I set up a beacon as well for mining.
And with all projects,
speed things up.
One of us was always going to die. It's usually me because I get knocked down by a spider because I don't wear armor.
No one actually died in the actual making, which from mobs or by stupid. No, that's a lie. Someone did die a stupid death, because Jackie, who joined us the next day to do the piston door, she went to fly over and she crashed into the ground.
Oh yes, I remember. Yeah.
She died a couple of times, and that annoyed her, rightfully so. But other than that,
Mm.
we didn't really have many casualties this time round. I'm
No,
surprised
and this
I
was with
didn't die, considering I was building the wall and I was quite high up, and I was just getting attacked by phantoms all the time.
mm, yeah, because I thought I would have because I wasn't wearing much armor when building the spawner, and I was thinking
But
I'm not really gonna care if I died too much
but
because this
thankfully, thanks to spawning rules in Minecraft, because you were close enough, they didn't spawn.
that. But it is effective. Like we are getting quite a few spawn in there,
Exactly.
and obviously going back to what Chris mentioned in D&D, we're gonna have someone almost act as bait at the start. Someone's gonna go in, run in, grab it, bring them in, and then what we'll do is we'll have a fighters coming afterward.
Exactly.
But speaking of fights, because the two, me and Chris, came up with the idea, it was only fair that the two of us decided to fight to christen the
Exactly.
lovely
We had to
arena.
give it a good, kickstart.
Oh,
And
we do.
now I started off pretty well. I grabbed the first two wins,
Mm-hmm.
and then the final score ended up Mark 5, me 3.
Yeah,
So, mostly only wearing leather armor and using wooden tools.
because that's what we agreed on.
That's what
Because
we
at
were.
the end of the day, gladiators didn't have necessarily the best equipment.
No,
We are thinking of adding better equipment later if like
but
advancements.
just to start with, we're not going to worry about it. But speaking of Vikings and that, and speaking of streaming,
Ah,
we've gotten, we've recently been watching a new streamer, haven't we, Mark?
yes. Oh, indeed.
Uh, I believe he goes, and I apologize if I butcher this, but it's Litteee, I believe. Big
Yeah,
shout
yeah,
out to him.
because it's like Litteee. So yeah,
I
Litteee.
want to say Litteee. He's a
Yeah,
Scandinavian streamer,
mm,
Danish, I believe. Please don't shoot me if I'm wrong.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
we were watching him play a game called Valheim,
Oh yes.
which is a Viking game.
Mm-hmm.
And this dumbass mother trucker Mark
Oh,
decided to buy me the game on Steam.
oh yes.
So it looks like we're now going to be playing that together.
Oh, 100%. And it's because it's Vikings. One, you go into a world, and three, we can build mighty things. So you can play it solo. You can play it with groups on like servers and the likes. Um, and you do fight bosses. I think there's like five from like major ones. And if you can imagine, like, if everyone's familiar, like with Minecraft, I guess imagine the Ender Dragon kind of fights like that. You go in, but you get a boon because you get the power, and you can choose to sacrifice it to get power, or you can use it as a trophy. And some of the buildings you can get. I mean, we loved watching his stream, and we happened to go in as he was hunting after trolls,
Hmm.
especially for the hides to make some lovely armor. And there was just another time I was watching it because I like it. He had a good personality. He was, and as you said, it's a streamer. What Chris is doing, and I do like to support fellow streamers. I don't stream myself due to work. It would never work for me, but I'm always going to support Chris in what he does. And if you've ever watched his, especially Among Us, you can see my personality. He really comes out in it because I'm quite evil. I'm the best ally for you,
But
but if you're scared, I am enough. I'm the enemy. I'm quite ruthless at like, I guess, psyching people out. I would
yeah,
say.
you really scare my sister.
Oh, but it's just so much fun, and we are looking forward to having the game, and we're looking forward to the arena. So we are potentially might look at making ideas for the channel of the arena as well, and just have challenges. So what me and Chris did,
Yeah.
we then decided, right, what weapon can we use that seems weird? Let's use a stick. Just a stick.
So yeah, so but yeah, we're having a lot of fun at the moment,
Mm. And
and
it's not games you would think about neither.
exactly. No, we got a few other games on the way, and we got other things on the channel we want to do game wise. Yeah, it's
Mm.
gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Well, I have to say, Mark, we're doing quite well, but I want to carry on with what you started in episode 1. I'm going to bring
Ah,
us back to Mark's Question Corner.
oh yes.
So,
Welcome to Mark's Question Corner.
what do you have for
So,
me
Chris,
this time?
the question is, in a fantasy setting, and because it was Valentine's Day only a couple of weeks ago,
Ugh.
if you had to have a fantasy date planned, it's going to be a world that there are monsters in. Imagine it's like your D&D worlds. There are dangers in, and
Okay.
you could have like you got taverns, you got fortresses, you got anything you could think of. But what would you set as a fantasy date for your partner? And what would your fantasy partner be race wise?
Oh, that's horrible.
Hey, it's the topic of the day, and of course, it has been Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I know it's been Valentine's Day, but I don't do Valentine's Day.
No, but this
You
is
did
why it's the
Valentine's questions last time.
This is why it is the perfect question because it also has fantasy of what was related to the stream. Hence why, and it's not always going to be an easy question. Some will, some won't be. It is Mark's corner.
Mm.
If it's easier, I'll speak about mine first. Will that help
No,
you?
no, 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 no. Well, if I'm gonna base it off my character,
Mm-hmm.
obviously I'm gonna go for a dwarf, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna go for another dwarf bard. That would be mental. I would probably go for hmm, a female dwarf barbarian because I just think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm like a bard, but I'm also quite barbarian-y,
Mm-hmm.
and so go for that. And for the day, well, it's barbarian, so we're gonna go hunting for slavers and smash them up. And
That's not bad. That's not what I thought you were going to come up with.
and then we'll probably go for a picnic with whatever we find
Hey,
afterwards.
that ain't bad. See, you have got it, and that's not a bad. That is quite an interesting answer.
I'm basing it off my character more than myself.
Hmm.
The only bit myself relates to my character is we both like to sing,
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's
but
fair.
my
That
character
is a fair
likes
thing.
to smash things with his hammer.
Smashing good time. Smashing good time.
Exactly. So go on then, back at you.
So mine wasn't going to be exactly like that, but it has given me an idea. Mine would be right because you said your character, so I guess mine would always be a mercenary. I would always be a mercenary role in most things that I do. I get to
That's a
choose
roll.
what.
That's not a race.
No, but I'll probably stay as human, because then
Boring.
I don't want to be boosted with power. I don't. I'll just be myself. I'll be immortal, 100%. My other half would probably be on the not necessarily evil, neutral to evil. Would probably be either like from one of the vampire, um, because you could see it as being evil. Sometimes I like being out in the night, and if I was a mercenary, I'd be scouting ahead. What we would do is we would just go down to a dungeon and have a smashing good time of defeating skeletons and raiding other vampire nests for like fortresses, not like killing them necessarily, but taking the loot we can find. And it would be like we'll leave a little reminder of a flag. So it'd be like, I've made you a trinket out of all of the jewelry that we've collected, I've melted it down and everything. Here you go at the end of the day. But I'd also leave a flag at like, say we've raided the throne room, I'd like put a flag there with like my mercenaries band on it, be like, we've got you, you won't find us. Goodbye. Mine's different. Mine's more fun because at the end of the day, I can't do necessarily the lovey-dovey stuff.
You can't say yours is going to be more fun. We're essentially doing the same thing. We're going to find people we don't like. We're going to bash them up, and we're going to steal their shit.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, it would be the same. Oh, true. Yeah, you got the
Except,
barbarians. Yours are gonna be a bit
except you're
rougher.
going to do it bloodily, and I'm going to take the piss and sing them a song, whilst my other half cleaves them in half with an axe.
Oh, I don't know what you mean. We can always play around with the skeleton bones, play a few like musical instruments
There
as we
might be
go.
skeletons, there could be lycanthropes, there could be face spiders. I mean, we have a better range. You're just
Ah,
sticking to skeletons and vampires. You're boring.
oh, you don't know, mate. what you can find is ghouls and everything.
Yeah, D&D world, we have those.
Mm. Oh, the thing is, it's
We
a
could
lovely
go
world.
bone a dragon. I mean, I am a bard.
It's true. There's
Turn
a lot,
myself
especially
into a donkey.
I'll stick with my mercenary band, especially like if anyone knows like the Metal Gear series, I would be like following the line of
You
Big
basic.
Boss. Oh, I'm not basic. I just love the mercenary code. Get to choose contracts. You can be good, evil, or neutral.
You basic.
But, but you are fitting your role like you did with the werewolf. You're baiting me. So, all right. Now, folks, has come to the session. Speaking of baiting and bard-like behavior, it is a lovely thing that I introduced in season 1, which I didn't think was going to go throughout the whole season, but my
I'm
co-host
definitely
loves
not
it to
into
pieces.
season 2.
So we are keeping it going. As much as you think it's all planned, it never is. It's on the spot. You don't know where it's going.
We have never said this is planned.
No.
The only plan is it's in the show.
Oh, yeah. And it happens to fall down to the singer of the channel. So I'm hoping for good things. With me, don't expect good things. Expect it to be spontaneous.
Stop milking him, Mark.
Oh, I love milking. Don't take that in a bad way.
But anyway,
no, I said it in an innocent way for once.
It's my turn, so let's do this thing. Okay, so BarCast, where we chat shit. BarCast, it's never a miss. BarCast, it's Mark and I, Chris. BarCast.
Yeah, mine's at the ending of a show, actually. I don't know what show.
I was going for an ending.
Ah, fair. Oh, yeah, it is the end.
I mean, it is the end of the show. But what's exciting is next episode, we have our first guests.
Oh.
Now, notice I added a plural. That's right, folks. We have multiple guests on next episode.
Indeed.
So please do look forward to that. And that is going to be on Saturday, the 13th of March. Ooh. But until then, folks, take care, have a laugh, have a drink. We love you from the bottom of our guts. Bye.